Welcome, everyone, to the 2001 Allen Samuels Chevrolet Powerboats Shootout, coming to you from beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. Hi, everyone. This is Vince Lipari on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video Productions crew. This is the third national race for the APBA this season. We've had great racing in Daytona, Fort Myers, and now, of course, here in Corpus Christi, Texas. We've already had the Factory 1 boats in yesterday's racing. Today, we've got the Factory 2 and the Supercat Lite. This afternoon, the Supercat and the Super V boats. Some 60 competitors in all for this weekend event. Now, in today's race, the competitors are, first off, in Factory 2, Lake Cumberland. Treadwell Motorsports has 2 boats. Lady Hustler, Snap-on Talking Tools, Hoods Quality Foods, Herbert Hogs Breath Racing, Let's Play Racing, Extreme Carlos and Charlie's, Total Marine Racing, Twisted Stakes, and Team Virgin. That's in Factory 2. Also, we've got the Supercat Lite in today's race. Team Telium, How Sweet It Is, Roll-Offs, Montano Motorsports, Zip Express, and Team Yahoo. And those are your competitors in this morning's race. Now, race committee officials include Elaine Model and Alan Butler. And, of course, the APBA officials that have made this East West Powerboat Shootout possible here in Corpus Christi include Michael Allwine, President, Chief Referee Mike Tomlinson, Chief Scorer Dee Kimes, Safety Director Jim Pomplin, Operations Director Carrie Rasmussen, Chief Inspector Paul Abreu, and Chief Registrar Lynn Eason. Now, some of the sponsors for the APBA Pro Series 2001 include American Express, Vortec Engines, Cigarette Race Team, also Liberty Coach, Mercury Racing, Formula Racing, Moto1.net, Q Cristal, Volvo, Snap-on, Sterling Performance, Tommy Bahama, Speed Vision, Kinetics, Sunoco Racing Fuels, and many, many more. The host hotels for this weekend include the Ami Bayfront, the Holiday Inn Emerald Bayfront Hotel, and also the Ramada Inn Bayfront. Those are your host hotels for this event here, this East-West Shootout APBA third national race of the season. Now, Freeze Frame Video has provided a number of onboards for today's race. And this morning's race, we've got 3 onboard cameras. A camera onboard Team Telium, Zip Express, and How Sweet It Is. There's Extreme Carlos and Charlie's as we venture through the dry pit area. Pantera Racing Team always does a fine job. As you can see, blue skies here in Corpus Christi as we look at Let's Play Racing. Lady Hustler, another fierce competitor, F240. Hogs Breath, better than no breath at all. FountainDirect.com. Grand Prix Marine, one of the sponsors. Snap-on Talking Tools, F246. As we said, we're going Factory 2 and Supercat Lite in this morning's race. Supercat and Super V this afternoon. All right, very shortly, we will be airborne to bring you the second race of this 3-race event here in Corpus Christi at this 2001 East West Powerboat Shootout. Right now, as you can see, we are airborne over the dry pit area here in Corpus Christi as we await the second of this three-race event here in this third national race for the APBA here in Corpus Christi. And the boats now begin to leave the milling area following the pace boat. And we're going to go with the Supercat Lite start. Boats beginning to spread out, and some of the competitors, Team Telium, Rolos, Montano Motorsports, Zip Express, Team Yahoo, and How Sweet It Is. Spreading out, following the pace boat, just moments away from the green. Rough waters here in Corpus Christi. Six competitors here in the Supercat Light category. Team Telium, Rolos, Montano, Team Yahoo, Zip Express, and How Sweet It Is. You can see the boats are doing a little flying there even before the race gets underway. And we've got a green flag now in this 2001 East West Powerboat Shootout here in Corpus Christi. From the outside in, it's Telium, Zip Express, How Sweet It Is, Montano, and Yahoo. We're going to go on board some of these boats to see how they looked at the start. On board Zip Express.
Watch the pace, folks. Yep, I see him. Watch your compass, Leo. I'm watching the pace boat. You watch the compass. Give me a 360.
Neil Wabi and Dan Francis. Neil at the wheel. Team Telium on the right, as you can see.
Here it goes. Here it goes. There's a turn straight ahead, Neil. You're in good shape. Keep it right there.
On board Telium Racing. Gary Heon and John Tyler. .36-foot skidder. Gary Heon at the wheel. On board How Sweet It Is with Brent Leach and John Peterson. Brent the driver, John the throttle man. All right, back to our helicopter shot. This, of course, right after the green flag. And as you can see, it's rough waters out here in Corpus Christi. A lot of flying and a lot of rock and roll here, but everyone under control, doing a fine job. Right after the green flag there on the inside. On the inside, we've got Team Yahoo. Team Yahoo on the inside. Yahoo is a 36-foot skater powered by two 500-horsepower engines. Jammin Jones, the driver. Curtis Morris is the throttle man. And Team Telium is your leader on the far outside in the early moments of this race. Yahoo on the inside. Currently, Team Yahoo first place in national point standings. Took a third place in St. Cloud, a first in Daytona, and a third in Fort Myers. Jammin Jones and Curtis Morris. Team Telium on the outside. Battle here in the early moments of this race in Supercat Lite. Jammin Jones and Curtis Morris, both from Houston, Texas. guys will also be in the big Yahoo boat this afternoon. These guys are getting a workout. As you can see, the rough waters out there today. Going around the turn, Team Yahoo. Team Tellium right up ahead there. Team Tellium. 36-foot skater, another one Mercury powered, 500 horsepower. Gary Heon is the driver. John Kiley is the throttle man. But right behind is Team Yahoo, right on its tail. 1 and 2 in Supercat Lite, Tellium and Yahoo. We had rough waters last year here in the Gulf of Mexico. Rough waters again this year as we head toward the aircraft carrier, the USS Lexington. Tellium and Yahoo in a battle. Tellium in second place in the national point standings. Looking to move up. Around the turn. Going by the spectators, many spectators, as you can see, along the shoreline. See some of the skyscrapers of Corpus Christi. Beautiful blue skies here today. For this race number 2 of 3 races this weekend. Team Tellium took a second place in St. Cloud, a second in Daytona, a fourth in Fort Myers, but is currently in second place in the national point standings, looking to take over Team Yahoo's first place spot. Gary Heon and John Kiley, driver and throttle man aboard Team Tellium. Team Tellium will run the entire APBA Pro Series this year. Team Tellium would like to thank crew chief Craig Calabella of Calabella Performance for their first place finish on the last day of the World Championships last year. And would also like to welcome Jerry Gilbreth as a race team consultant. Tellium is the pioneer of the world's first in-service intelligent optical switch. Team Tellium. Currently in first place in this race. Supercat Lite. As you can see, rough waters here in the Gulf of Mexico. Nice throttling there by John Kiley. Team Tellium won last year here at this race, in its first race of the 2000 season. And right now it is in first place here again in 2001. Gary Heon at the wheel. All right, back to helicopter shot. Team tell you. Number one in Supercat Lite and number one in this race overall. Gary Heon and John Kylie. All right, moving up to second is How Sweet It Is. Team Yahoo is nowhere to be found. How Sweet It Is, a 36-foot eliminator. Brent Leach, the driver. John Peterson is the throttle man. Took a third place in Daytona, fifth in Fort Myers, currently in fourth place in the national point standings. Right now in second place in Supercat Lite. MerCruiser powered a pair of 500 horsepower engines. Brent and John from California. This is a brand new boat in its first season. Corpus Christi, Texas skyline. Other competitors in Supercat Lite, Team Italian, which is currently in first place. Of course, Roloffs, Montana Motorsports, Zip Express, and as we watch, How Sweet It Is. Team Yahoo apparently is nowhere to be seen at this point. Maybe out of the race, but we're not sure. Nice driving there by Brent Leach. John Peterson, the throttle man. On board, How Sweet It Is. Just listen to those MerCruisers. Bumpy waters here in Corpus Christi. Brent Leach and John Peterson. How sweet it is. Currently in second place in Supercat Lite, right behind Team Kelly. All right, back to our helicopter shot. Montana Motorsports. Montana Motorsports with Joe Sweat, the driver. Larry Goldman is the throttle man. Mercury powered. It's a motion. Nice jump there by Montana Motorsports. No problem. Joe Sweat from New York, Larry Goldman from Hollywood, Florida. Joe the driver, Larry the throttle man. In third place in Supercat Lite. Montana Motorsports. One, two, and three. It's Team Talium. How sweet it is, and Montana Motorsports. All right, in fourth place now in Supercat Lite, it is Zip Express. Zip Express is a 36-foot Spectre. It's Mercury powered, two 500 horsepower inboards. Neil Wabi is the driver. Dan Francis, the throttle man. Took a first place in St. Cloud, a fifth in Daytona, and a second in Fort Myers. Currently in third place in the national point standing. Zip Express. Some of the other crew members include Don Horton, Brenda Hughes, Frank Deposit, and Chuck Shannon. Special thanks to Inlet Harbor Marina and Restaurant. Zip Express in fourth place in Supercat Lite. Neil Wabi, the driver. Dan Francis, the throttle man. They're from Missouri. Nice jump there, Zip Express. Nice driving there by Neil Wabi. In first place in Factory 2, it's Let's Play Racing with Patrick Dunn, the driver, and Jeff Cresciano is the throttle man. Let's Play Racing is a 38-foot formula for a Mercury Power, two 500 horsepower inboards. Let's Play Racing in first place in Factory 2. Sponsors include Formula Boats, also Hoops Sports Spirits, which is based in Auburn Hills, Missouri, and also in Shelby Township, Missouri, voted one of the best sports bars in America. And Silex for all of your internet needs. Now the owners are Kevin and Darian Hatcher. Kevin Hatcher, owner Throttle Man. Kevin was the first choice of the Washington Capitals in the 1984 entry draft. And he was a member of the U.S. Olympic team in Nagano. Darian Hatcher was drafted 8th overall in the 1990 entry draft by the Minnesota North Stars. Jeff Rivard is the director of the racing team and crew chief. He resides in Sarasota, Florida. Owner of Exciter Boats, where he built 6-liter hydroplanes and safety cells for various race boats. Number 1, Let's Play Racing in Factory 2. Patrick Dunn, the driver, he is from Marine City, Michigan. He's the owner of Bell River Marine. Jeff Cresciano, the throttle man, began Voodoo Racing as owner and throttle man in 2000 aboard his 34-foot Phantom. Let's Play Racing in first place in Factory 2. Lots of competitors in Factory 2. We got Team Virgin, Lake Cumberland, Treadwell Motorsports has two boats in Factory 2. Lady Hustler, Snap-on Talking Tools, Foods Quality Foods, Herbert Hogg's Breath Racing, Extreme Carlos and Charlie's, Total Marine Racing, and Twisted Sticks. Highly competitive class, Factory 2, but right now it's Let's Play Racing in first place. And it's a formula. As it goes by the USS Lexington aircraft carrier. Team Virgin coming up. Team Virgin at Factory 2 going by the Lexington. It's a 38-foot cigarette Mercury Power 2 500 horsepower inboards. Todd Clinworth and driver Trez Martin, the throttle man. They took a first place in Daytona, 7th in Fort Myers. Currently, they are in 3rd place in the national point standings. Team Virgin And if they stay where they are right now, they will move up. Team Virgin got a checkered flag here last year. Team Virgin going to the cut here in Corpus Christi. Third national race for the ADBA, this 2001 East West Shootout. Let's Play Racing up ahead there in first place with Team Virgin right behind. Trying to pick up some room here and take over first place. 1 and 2, a battle here in Factory 2. Let's Play Racing and Team Virgin moving up fast. Around the turn for these two boats. Let's Play Racing and Team Virgin still 1 and 2. Factory 2. Battle continues. Todd Pinworth and Tress Martin for the 38-foot cigarette. They're just about even now. It's door-to-door racing here in Factory 2. Here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Nice jump there by Team Virgin. And Let's Play Racing. Nice jump as well. Bumpy waters here in the Gulf of Mexico. Just like they were last year. There's Herbert Racing Hog's Breath F280, a 33-foot Scarab. Keith Herbert is the driver. Lee Murray is the throttle man. It's Merc Cruiser powered. Herbert Racing Hog's Breath. Some of the crew members include, first off, we've got Fat Boy, who's the crew chief. Also Wendy Wagner and Tammy Murray. Keith Herbert is the driver, and Lee Murray, the throttleman, of course, the sponsor of the Hog's Breath Saloon. 2 locations, one in Key West, Florida, the other in Destin, Florida. As they say, Hog's Breath is better than no breath at all. Herbert Hog's Breath Racing in Factory 2. In third place. Herbert Racing in third place in Factory 2. Lee Murray from Key West, Florida. Throttling this 33-foot Scarab. Keith Herbert from Pennsylvania. Many spectators you can see there along the shoreline, enjoying this third national race of the APBA. There's Treadwell Motorsports, Treadwell FT1. Eric Treadwell is the driver. Todd Welling is the throttle man. F21 took a fourth place in St. Cloud, a fifth in Daytona, and a fourth in Fort Myers. Currently fourth in the national point standings. Treadwell Motorsports. There's Team Tellian in first place in Supercat Lite. Eric Treadwell and Todd Welling aboard Treadwell Motorsports. One of two boats in Factory 2 class for Treadwell. Treadwell Motorsports would like to thank Dick Simon Marine, Formula, and Julia. F21. Also special thanks to Mohegan Sun. Nice jump there, Treadwell Motorsports. Bumpy waters here on the Gulf Coast. All right, coming up is Utz Quality Foods, a 35-foot fountain with Lou Dickey, the driver. Matt Rice is the throttle man. F257, Utz Quality Foods. Chris Bowers is the crew chief. Took a first place in St. Cloud earlier this year. Mercury powered to 500 horsepower imports. Sponsors include Utz Quality Foods and Pier 57. Many spectators in the background, as you can see. Beautiful day here in Corpus Christi, but bumpy ones. Slowing the boats down a bit, but no problem. Twisted Sticks F238. Twisted Sticks, Mercury powered to 500 horsepower, 34-foot Phantom. Robert Eubanks, the driver. Bruce Kremeyer is the throttle man. Bob is from Ohio, and Bruce from Florida. Twisted Sticks took a third place in Daytona, third in Fort Myers, currently in second place in the national point standings. Of course, the next national stop on the APBA is Sarasota, and that'll be taking place on June 29th. And after that, on August 10th, it's Cleveland, Ohio, another national race. And of course, Bob Eubanks, who is from Ohio, will have a lot to do with that, and that will be called North Coast Rockin' and Roarin' Grand Prix. Twisted Sticks, F238. Nice jump there, Twisted Sticks. Bob Eubanks and Bruce Kremeyer, driver and throttle man. Bob, the owner of this 34-foot Phantom. How sweet it is in second place in Supercat Lite. Brent Leach and John Peterson on board. This 36-foot Eliminator. Steve Kelly, your leader in Supercat Lite. Nice jump there. How sweet it is. Snap-on Talking Tools, 38-foot Hustler, Mercury powered. Wilma Ross is the driver. Brian Ross, the throttle man. Mercury powered, a pair of 500 horsepower Mercury engines. Took a sixth place in Daytona earlier this year. Snap-on Talking Tools. Nice throttling there by Brian Ross. They are from Oakville, Ontario. Snap-on talking tools. Snap-on talking tools currently in 5th place in Factory 2. Running down the leaders, we've got Team Virgin in 1st place, followed by Let's Play Racing. Hot Breath in 3rd, and Nose Quality Foods in 4th. And there is 6th place, Lady Hustler. Lady Hustler in 6th place in Factory 2. It's a 38-foot Hustler, Mercury-powered. Terry Davidson is the driver. Clay Abadesian, the throttle man. They're from Anderson, South Carolina. Lady Hustler. Clay Abadesian, the owner of F240. Going by the spectators, and there are lots of them here on this beautiful day in Corpus Christi. Sunny skies, but bumpy waters, making it for rough racing. These guys are getting a workout today. Special thanks to Tom Kincannon, the crew chief. Lady Hustler. Lady Hustler, middle of the pack in Factory 2. This will be the last boat that we'll be covering for you in this race, this second race of three-race event here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Shortly afterwards, we'll give you the final results for Factory 2 and Supercat Lite. But before we do that, let's take some of these boats to the finish line. Here's Team Tellium in 1st place in Supercat Lite. Team Tellium has led from the very beginning, right from the green. Here on the driver, John Kiley, the throttle man. Team Tellium going for the finish in 1st place, looking to get the checkered flag. They won here last year. This would be 2 years in a row. Onboard, how sweet it is. In second place in Supercat Lite. Brent Leach and John Peterson. That is it, the end of race number 2 here at the APBA 2001 Pro Series, the third national race for the APBA, the East West Shootout. And very shortly, we will have the final results for you in Supercat Lite and Factory 2 as we take how sweet it is to the finish line. And there we see many, many spectators having watched this race number 2 of 3 here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Beautiful skies, bumpy waters, though, making, though, for very exciting racing. A beautiful place to have a race right here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Some 60 boats in all for this event this weekend. Highly competitive racing and most of all safe race this year, race number 2. Of course, freeze frame video. Very proud to be a part of it. All right, let's go with the winners. Supercat Lite, Team Tellium in first place, followed by How Sweet It Is, you just saw it, and Team Yahoo coming up in third. Team Tellium, the checkered flag in Supercat Lite, second year in a row. 2 checkered flags in a row. Factory 2, Team Virgin in first, followed by Let's Play Racing, and Herbert Hogsbreath in third. Team Virgin in first place. Also, 2 checkered flags in a row for Team Virgin that won here last year as well in Factory 2. Those are your final results here in race number 2 of 3 races here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Most of all, highly competitive and safe racing here in race number 2. Freeze frame video, very proud to be a part of this event. Before we go, there are a lot of people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating a fine event. Our helicopter pilot, Mr. David E. Miller from Republic Helicopters. Also, Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. So on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the freeze frame video production crew, this is Vince Lopari wishing you a fond farewell from Corpus Christi, Texas. Hoping to see you soon at the 4th national stop for the APBA in Sarasota, Florida. Bye, everyone.